The chocolate is a little too good. Dangerously delicious. Keto cottage cheese pancake muffins is what we're doing today, guys. A little bit of inspiration from our cottage cheese keto pancakes, from our cottage cheese keto muffins. Let's combine them and make little pancake muffins, little bite-sized pancake muffins that you can make ahead, maybe make the night before, and then you can just pop them into the microwave in the morning and enjoy a delicious keto pancake muffin when you're on your way to work or school or whatever it might be. It's a nice, simple recipe that should not be hard, and you can customize it to whatever you prefer and make it kind of your own, which I think is a really cool thing. And it should be pretty easy to make. I've never made it because you know me, I like to experiment on this channel and try stuff I've never tried before. And so I don't pre-make the recipes, but a lot of times they turn out great. And if they don't, you get to laugh at me. So it's a win-win. I got some new measuring cups. Look how cool and vintage these are. What are they branded? Foley? I like to get stuff like this on my site back there. Dave'sKitchenMarket.com. All right, so we want a cup and we're gonna start off by mixing all our dry ingredients. So we're gonna do a cup and a quarter of almond flour. Hopefully I have enough almond flour. Maybe not. Hey, we're gonna be okay. I've got another whole bag of it. There you go. So a cup and a quarter of almond flour, and I might as well refill my little thing here. I managed to spill quite a bit of almond flour in that whole process. We then want a quarter cup of coconut flour, which coconut flour has like a little carb action, so you gotta be careful. That's why it usually doesn't have a lot in these keto recipes, just a little. 2 tablespoons of your favorite keto sweetener. I'm gonna use Swerve today, but you could use like an allulose or anything like that. This is just 2 tablespoons of that. You then want some rising agents. So 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder will go in there, and I'm gonna do a 1 teaspoon and then 2 quarter teaspoons. And then that same quarter teaspoon I'm gonna use to measure out our baking soda, which we need just 1/4 teaspoon of. And then we need a little pinch of salt, which I don't know how much that is. Then we can just mix it up. And I know you guys get mad when I use metal utensils to stir things in a glass bowl. I'm sorry. Someone said the other day that me mixing things with a fork is gonna drive them to the madhouse. So let's set that aside and work on our wet ingredients now. I can never find anything. I'm so disorganized. We'll use this, why not? For our wet ingredients, I was trying to use like my Ninja chopper thingy, but we'll use that instead. Now what we wanna put in here, and yes, I lost my cottage cheese lid, is 1 cup of full fat cottage cheese. And I'll just scoop it out into this thing. That should be fine. I went to order cottage cheese and I was like, I should check my fridge and see if I have any left. I found like 5 things of it in there. And all of it's still in date, so I'll just use that. Then into that same bowl, we're gonna put 4 large eggs. You think I can do it without getting shells? We'll see. It's always fun to see. There's 1. Shells add roughage, right? 2, 3, that one did good. And 4, here we go, 4 eggs. We then want to take a 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. This really is quite an easy recipe. It's feeling hard to me right now because I just spent, it's so funny, I'll tell you what just happened. 1/4 cup, oops, that's a little heavy. 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I just spent 15 minutes trying to find the top to my red Ninja chopper thingy that mixes up the wet ingredients. And then I just went to wash my hands after the eggs and it's sitting in the sink. So I spent all that time trying to find it and it was literally sitting in the sink the whole time. Typical Dave. We want 2 tablespoons of salted butter and we want to melt that in the microwave, make it into like a liquid. We're also going to want 1 teaspoon of vanilla. While my butter melts up, I'll add that in there. All right, the butter looks pretty good. Drop that in there. And now we're supposed to blend it till it's smooth, and we're gonna use this immersion blender and hope that we don't make a huge mess, but historically, we make a huge mess with this thing. Hey, you know what? It actually, it got it on the sides a little, but it didn't make a huge mess, and it did blend out the cottage cheese really well. I don't see any more little balls. So it worked. Ah, look at that. Look at that, folks. We did it. Now we're supposed to mix our wet in with the dry. So that's what we'll do next, is we'll just pour it in. Guys, I'm in the kitchen cooking, and I want to take a second to tell you about a new app I'm using called ReciMe. If you haven't tried it yet, it's a must-download app. You'll be amazed by what this thing does. It will change the way you view recipes online. If you're watching one of my videos and you want to go to the grocery store and buy the stuff you need, you can just press the share button, hit the ReciMe app, and it will save my full recipe with all my ingredients in there, so you can go down to the store and get all the stuff you need. Also has the full step-by-step instructions. Just makes it so much easier to grab recipes off the web and put them on your phone so you can have them and store them for later. Use my code DAVE when you download the ReciMe app, and you can get 2 weeks free of their premium version. I think you're gonna like it. Link will be down below. Let's get back to cooking. And then we're going to mix that together, but not over mix it, it says. So just mix it together, not over mixed. So, and look at me guys, I'm using a whisk, a silicone whisk, so that it doesn't make loud noises of metal against glass, which I know a lot of you hate. So look, I'm learning, or I just happen to have that clean. All right, so that looks pretty good. I think that's probably mixed enough. I wonder if it's too thick. It's pretty thick, but we should probably just go with it. Now I will say we've got options when it comes to our toppings. You can kind of, you have a lot of freedom here when it comes to what you want to put on these or in these. So I'm thinking a few of mine, I'm gonna do some dark chocolate chips from Lily's, some keto dark chocolate chips. And then I think the rest of mine are gonna get the blueberry treatment because I do love blueberry pancakes. Now I will say I should probably rinse them. Let me go rinse some of these. I also have some Lily's white chocolate chips. That'd probably be good too. I think I am gonna take another bowl and take a little bit more out of this and try some with some white chocolate chips. These are also keto. And then these ones will get the blueberry treatment. Why are my dogs barking? Blueberry treatment on that one. We should fold this in, so probably not the whisk. So there we go, we got some with blueberries, some with white chocolate chips, and some with dark chocolate chips. And these are gonna be our little keto cottage cheese pancake muffins. All right, and I have a silicone muffin tray. If you don't have a silicone muffin tray, you probably should, like, you know, spray yours with some Pam or something. And I'm just going to fill up some of these muffin things 3/4 of the way. Probably only get a couple of each kind. 3, it looks like I'm getting 3 of the white chocolate ones, although one of them's a little smaller than the other 2, but that's okay. Then I'll do the chocolate. I didn't really disperse these super evenly. We're just gonna kind of see how many of each we get. You know me, I don't work on a plan. Hey, look at that, I think we did get 3 of each of these. That's good. These look awesome. Now the blueberry, we'll probably have a little more blueberry ones. And I didn't put a ton of blueberries just because, you know, carbs and such. They're not that bad, but figured I'd rather go light on them. I can always add more blueberries to the top if I end up deciding I want some more blueberries. All right, so there we go. We got 11. And that's gonna go into the oven at 350 degrees for 18 to 22 minutes. A lot of times with cottage cheese stuff, it ends up needing more time than originally anticipated. So ChatGPT is saying these would be about 150 calories a muffin with the dark chocolate chips, 10 grams of fat, 4 net carbs, 9 grams of protein. If you want to go like super low carb, just don't put any of the Lily's chocolate chips, don't put any blueberries, don't put anything. Just have like plain pancakes. I love plain pancakes. Throw some butter on them, you'll be good to go. That should be like 3 net carbs, 2.5, 3 net carbs if you don't put the fillings in them. So you can kind of decide on where you're at, which ones you want. Plain pancakes are great. I probably should have made a plain one. I didn't think about that. Although I'll be able to just pull off a little piece with nothing in it and taste it and give you a review of how that is with no fillings anyways. So we'll figure it out. All right, 350 into the oven, 18 to 22 minutes. All right, so 22 minutes have passed and we're gonna pull this out and see how it looks. Oh, interesting, hot, hot, hot. Ooh, looks kind of good, honestly. Let's see if they like, do they need more time? Let's look at this one here. I probably need to let them cool. Yeah, it says cool for 10 minutes. Cool for 10 minutes. So actually, we'll be back in 10 minutes to try these because I think they need to cool before I take them out. All right, so this has cooled off a little. I'm pretty excited about it. These were blueberry. These were, the white chocolate looked pretty wild. Check this out, white chocolate. This is why I like the silicone baking dish because it like really makes it easy to get it out. Here we go. So we're gonna try the white chocolate first. So white chocolate cottage cheese keto pancake muffin. And let's see how it tastes. That's very good. That's dangerously good. If you close your eyes, it totally does like have that pancakiness taste to it. Let's try a chocolate one. And you could do a plain one too, but yeah, the core recipe of just a pancake muffin is actually really good. You can totally just make that, put some butter on it, and have a nice, you know, make ahead kind of keto breakfast. The chocolate is a little too good. Dangerously delicious. Okay, I gotta try the blueberry. Round out the trials here. Blueberry looks good too. It's not gonna be bad. Not enough is different about it. Blueberries are hot. Oh, so hot. Okay, so the conclusion, the finalization of this whole thing is we have come up with a recipe for cottage cheese keto pancake muffins that is absolutely delicious. Tastes like a pancake, but it's keto and cottage cheese based. You can customize it. You can make it savory with some bacon, some chives. You can make it sweet. You can do it plain. It gives you a ton of flexibility on your meal planning and your breakfast ideas for your keto lifestyle. If you like this recipe, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, check out some of my other videos. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.